What's going on, family? This is not financial advice. Do your own research, man. We got a crazy market rally today. As you know, the Fed rate came out 25 basis points, and they are not. They're talking about they're going to continue in the future. So this is just one rate hike. Supposedly got another one in March, so that should be another 25 basis points. As you can see, the market is still pushing higher. They got a lot of traps in this market. So that's what they've been doing lately, man. And that's kind of what I see what's happening, man. It's a lot of traps in this market, man. You cannot be too careful trading, excuse me, this market. So as you can see, we are almost up to the 50% retracement on this huge move down. We could come up to 40-30 area, which would be the 618, which would be this gap fill. We got a tiny gap up here. Then we have another gap down here, 420 area, and a lot of resistance up here. So still some major resistance up here. This market can continue pushing. We are extremely overbought right now. So we could continue to push higher, or we could have a huge pullback. So we got gaps down here to fill as well. But we're coming up to the 50% up here and the 618, the golden pocket. So we could continue to push up just to fill these gaps and roll over. So we'll see what happens uh with this market, man. So cannot be too careful. Cannot be too careful. Kind of zoom in so you can see this a little better. So as you can see, man, we pushing up aggressively. Pushing up aggressively, squeezing out all these folks who are short right now. And that's really what I see, man. I don't see nothing too much change in this market, man. They just squeezing folks out their short position, man, running stops. That's literally all they doing right now. So I do want to show you what we got going on tomorrow. So we got the big dogs reporting their earnings. So we got Apple, uh, Google, Amazon, the big dogs reporting tomorrow. So we got the Fed rate today, and then we got Ford, Qualcomm, and Starbucks. So we got some big dogs reporting tomorrow, and then Friday could possibly be a huge reversal, man. We got the January unemployment report. These numbers come out positive, man. The market is going to drop like a rock. If they come out negative, the market may continue to push on up to fill these gaps. So that's what we got to look forward to. Friday is probably the decision day for this market, man. So be on the lookout for these potential areas. Today was a wild trading day. So all right, we can see everything ran up today, man. Everything. We're gonna pull up a trade that I took, man, and I got out way too quick. Way too quick, man. I couldn't believe it. This thing ran all the way up. AMD, man. I'm gonna show you this real quick. I like AMD. They had good earnings. Just a rocket, man. They just continue to rock it up. I'm gonna zoom in so you can see the trade that I took today. This thing was already in an uptrend. Once I seen them break this high up here at what area is this? What time was this? I'm gonna zoom in. Okay, here we go. So market open, had a nice little uptrend going. This is when I got long with them around 11 a.m. So when I seen the 11 a.m. candle come up, we got a two-legged pullback off the moving average. This thing was already up like 7-8% for the day. This is where I took my trade, man, and I got out way too early. Right here, man, off this moving average, higher low, two-legged correction in an uptrend. This thing ran all the way up. I got in at 80. This thing ran all the way up to 80. I think I got out at 83, somewhere up in here, 83. And this thing just continued to run up, man. It ran all the way up to 85.48, man. 85.48. Man. I said, oh my goodness. That was a huge move. Huge move, man. Huge move. I missed that little part, man. That took away a lot, man. That was like a couple 200-300 bucks, man. That I missed out on, but it's all good, man. AMD did what it had to do today. And then the other trade that did not pair out so well. I think I was green on it, but it didn't move. It was kind of flat today. So Netflix was definitely a long play for me. They spiked up, pulled back. I got in on the pullback, 11 a.m. candle. They spiked up and then they just consolidated. So this is where I got in at on AM. This is a Netflix. I'm sorry. Netflix got in on the pullback. They held this support up here at 355. They shot on up and then it just fell back down. So I'm just kind of held this. And once they came up to the high of day up here at 361, what is that? 361.36. I kind of took profit and then it kind of drifted up again just a little bit. It was just a real choppy. It was just a stupid trade. I should have just took profit up here. And they just chopped around. It wasn't in a strong uptrend. It was good for a scalp, but AMD was definitely a beautiful trade. And then the other trade that I didn't, man, this thing ran up in the after hours. Amazon, man, I tried to get in on Amazon. They were actually flat all day, and then around 2:30, they just blasted off. They took off, man. It's don't make no sense. This was my trade. I talked about this trade. I think the last video to fill this gap, man, up here at 109. That's exactly what they did. They kept going in the overnight session. So I'm gonna zoom out. So we got at 2:30, they had this big old reversal candle. They shot straight up. And at the close, the end of the day, they closed up at 106. So they were right in the middle of this gap. And I was looking for a continuation tomorrow, but as you can see, they just finished the whole move. So Amazon just shot up like a rocket, filled the entire gap, and now they're a point of resistance, which is the gap. So they could continue to run up. The next target would be 112. That'll be another target for me on Amazon. I still like Amazon the continuation if they can break this low at 109. Could possibly see them shoot on up to 112, 111, 112 area. So that's what I'm watching right now. I do have this nice little resistance up here that I can see them pausing at before they reach up to the 115 zone. That's my original target for Amazon. But these stocks, man, the moves are just so huge. You could have capitalized today on so many plays, man. So many plays. Look at Carvana, man. We're gonna check out Carvana. This thing, look at this. This is ridiculous. This thing just shot up, man. The market open. I'm gonna look at Carvana. was no way to really tell what stocks were going to do this, but this thing, they broke resistance at $12. That was my resistance level for them. They just continue to pump on up, pull back once, and then they continue, man, just rocket it all the way up to $17.54. These things are just rocketed it up, man. Even Peloton. So these are some great plays, man. If you caught these momentum moves, man, you cleaned up today, man. I watched a lot of people show their gains today, man, for the market, man. They killed it. Talking $3,000-$4,000 days, man. Just beautiful trading today. Perfect setups. And this is the volatility that you want, man. The market will run up. So this was a good trading day for some people. I had a decent day. Wasn't my biggest day, of course. But we could see a pullback tomorrow on the market. But just expect some more volatility, man. We got 2 more days, and we're gonna see what happens. So hit like, subscribe, man. We can trade together. We can get this trading group going, man. This community, we need to stick together. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Out.